Welcome back to Bailiwick of Guernsey Shipwrecks. I'm JP Fallais and I think summer's here. Fingers crossed. Weather's awesome and we'll go and dive with the scallops. Let's go. Welcome back below the waves and thanks for coming on another dive. It was all going well until I realised my dive tanks had fallen off. So one of my straps has come undone, I'm not quite sure which side. Don't think it's my right hand side. It was my left hand side. After looking in the front screen of my GoPro I could see it. All clip back on, all ready to go. Look at the visibility, it's really bad. Richard has dropped us down on the sand right in front of a reef, so I'm going to take a little bit of time to look around here. The issue is we've got loads of ground heave. When I say ground heave it means like swell that pushes you forwards and backwards. But this is picking up all the fine dust and silt around me. Oh, some eelgrass around here. I've never seen eelgrass here before. That's interesting. We'll have a little look around that. As you can see, we're very shallow at 14 metres. Thought I was deeper than that when I was going to get in, but that makes sense why there's eelgrass around here now. Very sparse. Really good places to look for scallops in this like broken sort of stony bottom. They are quite awkward to see, but this is the kind of places they'd like around here. Here we go. I can see one or two here. These ones are big boys. Another one here as well. So now I try and get at least 2 dozen on every dive for Richard. Cool. There's a dogfish there. We're going to see if we can macro that. I want to have a look at the little holes on his nose. Something I find weird is the fact that people didn't know about the electrical senses that sharks have until about 1971. Also look at its skin, it's like sandpaper. All fishermen would know that when you catch these they try and wrapping their tail around your arm, and it only takes a tiny scrape on your skin and then it comes up as a rash the next day. It's extremely hard holding the camera when there's so much groundswell. You see the seaweed flying everywhere. Some people might not know, but these sharks have got a mucus-filled pores called ampullae of Lorenzi, and they can sense the electromagnetic field or electrosensory signals from fish. This female spider crab's taken no prisoners. It's weird how the rest of her body's all dirty and got a growth on it apart from her claws. Wonder what she is so annoyed about. And here's the male spider crab. Probably had something to do with him. When Keeney dropped me in, he did say if you find a pile of pots, send them up. So there's some rope. I don't know where it goes to, but let's just follow along and see if we can find a ball of pots. Here's one crab pot, a pile of pot. Looks like it's been down here a long time. Look at the growth on it. And it's probably 4 inches full of stone inside, so the base is either rotted out or it's well and truly buried. I'm not even going to bother sending this up. I'll have a little look at the door, see if I can open it, but I think it's well and truly at it. Yep, door's completely seized. I'm not even going to bother messing around. I'm just going to carry on. I haven't really been given any real options of directions to go. So far it's basically you either go through little gaps onto the sand, or you turn around and go back the way you came. I'll have a little look around here. There's some quite interesting stuff. Plenty of bits of rocks, but we're heading up and they're getting shallower and shallower as we go. Which isn't ideal, because I can feel the ground heave getting stronger and stronger. I'll take a look at this feather duster worm. Just shows how strong the tide is going back and forth. Whilst I was filming that, I had a little look up. I think this is a Devonshire cup coral. Pretty cool. Something you wouldn't expect to see in Guernsey. Now, after coming through that narrow gap, I've brought myself into a bit of a predicament here because this sandbank is heading up pretty sharply, and also there's loads more seagrass. I've currently got 4 scallops, which is a little bit embarrassing to be honest. But I think I might have a little look around here. Fingers crossed we find some more. It's weird how seagrass always seems to be planted in like a perfectly straight line. It's almost as if a farmer's put it down. Probably just coincidence though. It's a nice daisy anemone coming out the sand. I've got a horrible feeling if I swim to the top of this I'm actually going to come out at the base of the cliff. So I think I might have to turn around. I'll give it a couple more minutes, and if I've got to bail, I've got to bail. It's not very often I've got to go back up to the surface and get dropped in somewhere else, but it, you know, does happen to us. It's a weird old thing. This year we've seen so many dogfish, it's unreal. You can see 3, 4, 5 on each dive, almost guaranteed. Look at this one, he's struggling to stay in the tide. The swell's just pushing him backwards and forwards, pushing him out of the grass. He hasn't got a very good hiding place there now, has he? Right, I've bailed. Back on the boat. I was right in the middle of that valley there, and Richard's dropped me back out. So here we go. Take 2. Back down, hopefully, fingers crossed, to the place that I started. or somewhere with similar ground, because that wasn't too bad for the scalloping. Some ridges of sand and some decent bits of gravel. That's what I want to be seeing. And this is it. This is perfect. This is the sort of stuff I want to be in. Good so far. I mean, one of them's too small, but one of them would do. It is a Coke bottle. I can tell it's a Coke bottle from miles away. It's also called a hobble skirt Coke bottle. The name hobble skirt come from a lady, Miss Edith O'Berg. Apparently she asked the Wright brothers to take her for a ride in the plane that they'd just designed, and she tied a rope around her skirt to prevent it from blowing up. Story goes a French fashion designer seen her do this and thought that's quite good. The rope basically around the bottom of the skirt would make her hobble walk, and it was also entered into a design for a bottle for Coca-Cola in about 1915ish, and it won. So that's where you get that design for a Coca-Cola bottle. More useless information you never need to know. Now I know some of these Coca-Cola bottles can be worth quite a bit of money, but I haven't got time to go down that rabbit hole, so I don't bother collecting Coca-Cola bottles. Whilst I'm happy collecting scallops here, I've got to remember to keep an eye on my bottom time and my air, because after all this is the second dive I've gone on, and you do waste a little bit of air going back up and down. You know, it doesn't seem much, but it's something you need to be wary of. $110 bar. I've got 21 minutes left on the bottom, so I've got two real questions I need to ask myself. Do I carry on looking and just use up the end of this tank? I think I'm gonna hop over this other ridge. It's weird how these ridges just form. It's obviously the tide. There's a bit of a reef ahead, so it just creates a straight, I suppose, alleyway of where the sand can just gather. It is really weird though. See, there's the reef. can see something up against that reef. This is a calic, so this is a bit of RSJ that's basically cut to this length, one hole in it, and it's used to weigh down the either ends of the crab pot rope. It helps them from moving in the tide or moving around, just gives them a little bit extra weight. Also takes a lot of the stress off the cable that goes back to the surface. Don't want your pots bouncing along the seabed. Obviously that one's been lost. Starting to go a little deeper now, with 19 metres and 19 minutes left. So you can see there's a big divot in the middle here. Prime scalloping spot. Let's take a look. 100 bar. Might as well finish this bottle on this dive. There's a scallop. Too small. You can live another day. He's not living another day. He's big enough. Get in my bag. Now these kind of gullies that are only 8-10 foot wide are perfect for scalloping, because it doesn't take long to cast your head both ways and work your way up it. Yeah, you probably do miss a few, but a lot of them are quite small as well. Some more old bottles. I can tell by the neck and the fact there's a fish living in it. There's no point even looking at it. It's a weird old seabed down here. I was expecting to see a lot more spider crabs, if I'm honest. I'm actually looking for a couple for someone for work. He did say if the spider crabs are in, can you get me a couple? So I'm looking out for the big ones, really. There's no point taking a couple of small ones. Just take too long to pick. Got to get some nice big ones. All these scallops are small as well. It's weird because once you catch all the big ones all the time, I kind of pick up one that's definitely in size, but it doesn't quite feel right. So I probably do leave more behind than I should do, but let them grow. They're better when they're slightly oversized, to be honest. As you can tell, I'm starting to get a bit of a swim on now because I'm getting embarrassed. I've only got a few scallops. I've got to get at least a couple of dozen for Richard. 90 bar left. Probably not aware, but I've got a hole in the suit right near my backside, and it's letting water in now, so I'm slowly getting colder and colder. That's probably another reason why I'm swimming a little bit quicker now. Probably almost too quick for the camera, to be honest, but hey ho. It's amazing what a little bit of light does. Oh, I can see a spider crab up there. Just take a look at the side of this rock once the lights are on. The collars. There's all sorts of weird things here. There's an orange thing in the corner. I think that's maybe some sort of elegant anemone. Check out the fish that's hidden right in the middle. He thinks I can't see him. Not quite sure what fish it is. I think it's a bullhead by the looks of it. And there's some little nudibranchs down in the corner. But I haven't got time. I've got to go. Now this looks like a decent sized spider crab. Still looks a little small though. Oh, shall I take it or not? Nah, I'll wait for a bigger one. Like that one there. That's it, that's a decent sized one. It's not too big I can't get it in the pan. Or, well, thinking about it, not too big I can't get it in my bag. Gonna be like a cat with these things. So let's just see if it will fit in the bag. I think it'll fit in the bag quite easy if I put it in upside down. There we go, I couldn't do everything at once, but he's in the bag. Not a massive one to be honest. When I first seen him I thought he was huge, but that would do. A couple of them. And here's another one. I'm going to grab that one as well I think. No I'm not, because that's a female. Leave the females to breed for now. Quite hard to see these scallops in this place. Oh, you see that at the bottom left hand corner? That was a cuttlefish. It's amazing the amount of times I edit a video and notice stuff whilst editing rather than on the dive. Looks like an old gin case bottle. We could be lucky, there could be a stamp on it. Nope. Take it up and have a look. I haven't got time to look now. One more valley to do and then I think I'll call it a day. Well, call it a dive I should say. So I'm probably going to go in again. Got another tank on the boat. It's a weird boring sponge. Looks like two camels sitting there chatting to each other. That looks a lot bigger under the sea, as always. Come on. massive. Get a couple of them, they'll probably be alright. Not old. Seam goes up through the neck after 1929. Anyone want a square gin bottle?
Not really.
That's a home for a fish again.
Molly would have had that.
Right, let's can these meagre little scallops like that. I only need another 20, then that's my 2 dozen for Richard. But I'm going to go back in because I've got another tank. 3 dives today. So I messed up on the first one, I went in too close. So whoever is looking for eelgrass beds, there's a lovely big one in there, which is just down from the lovely ruins of the Idle Rocks.
I would have fancied walking up to Shipwrecks and climb off that.
Very swelly, so I was like, so it doesn't look that bad, but it was pretty bad. There's other divers up here, they're diving.
What do you think about me pick this afternoon?
We're back down again, a little bit further north on the sand this time, so not amongst the reefs. And one thing I've noticed out on the sand here, there's loads of female spider crabs now. Just want some big male ones, that's the issue. It's a keeper, I'm sure it's a keeper. So they can actually reach behind and claw you like that. The trick is don't mess around, just chuck them straight in the bag. We have big issues with the new mask. Basically I can't see where I'm going, so I've basically got the thing filled up with water. Keeping my head horizontal to try and clear the fog. Let's go back up. Don't know if Richard's noticed this, but he's got my glasses on. Wonder if his eyesight's any better with my glasses than his own. Can you see better in them glasses, Richard?
What?
Can you see better in them glasses?
What, are they yours?
Yeah. I'm not bothered, don't worry about it. Keep on.
Actually,
Can you see better?
I see bloody well with these glasses.
Oh well, we'll have to do a trade. Those are from Specsavers, yours might be from Boots.
No, mine are special.
Oh.
Oh, special bag.
How'd you go, Matt? How many? Enough?
92 on the first and 87 on the second.
Oh, not bad. I think I had a 4, a 25. Nah, mine are them ones. So I don't need them. Mine are really badly scratched, to be honest. Just pull left. Yeah, these are definitely mine, I can see again. We did have another spider, but I chopped it back because it's not that good. And another 18. And look at this big bad beast. These are the ones you don't want to get your fingers trapped in. That's a shanker. Spelled C-H-A-N-C-R-E. So I know a few people think it's S-H, but Richard's had that in these pots. Nice heavy crab anyway. We've seen one of them, but he's buried in the sand, and when they're buried in the sand, 9 times out of 10 they're still they're lanterns. So basically under the side of the shell here it's almost see-through. Yeah, you don't want to get your fingers stuck in there because you might not have anything left. still wasn't happy, and I went in for a fourth dive of the day and got another 38 scallops. Another small shanker as well. Don't worry, it's of legal size. Well, quite a bit over the legal size. There were shankers hidden below them scallops.
2 more, which are max there.
Thanks for coming along on another dive, and I will catch you on the next tide.